next tonight, and two mothers whose children were severely harmed after they were prescribed a drug while pregnant have taken their campaign for justice to Downing Street.
Yeah, Emma Murphy from Greater Manchester and Janet Williams from Lancashire have been fighting for decades to get compensation for families affected by sodium valproate.
The drug is used to treat several conditions but should not be given to pregnant women, as it can cause lifelong disabilities to babies exposed in the womb.
A review 4 years ago found that thousands of mums and babies had been exposed to avoidable harm. Our political correspondent Lise McNally reports.
These mothers have had a long journey to justice, and today it brought them back to Westminster and back to a fight they've had many times before. Janet and Emma have spent years urging politicians to help children like theirs, children born with lifelong disabilities because of a medicine their mothers were prescribed while pregnant.
Guilt's a terrible thing. Myself and a lot of the other families are quite aware that it's not their fault now. The fact that the doctors should have told them and didn't, the guilt stays with you, and it's with you forever. It's something that's never going to go away.
It affects their life every single day. As a mum, it is devastating to watch this impact. They're getting older, but this syndrome is getting harder, and it is really difficult to watch that.
The drug Janet and Emma were given was sodium valproate. It was first licensed in 1973, an effective treatment for epilepsy, but animal testing showed it could cause harm to fetuses, and regulators said warning patients would cause fruitless anxiety. In the 1980s, academics began raising concerns of children left with conditions like learning difficulties, autism, mobility problems, and heart defects. By 2020, an independent report found that 20,000 babies had been affected and recommended that the government pay compensation. 4 years later, another report, this time by the Patient Safety Commissioner, said action was urgent and interim payments should be provided while a compensation scheme was set up. That was 9 months and a general election ago.
We felt as though we were at the cusp of a victory, really, but since a new government has come in, we do feel slightly ignored.
We've also written to West Streeting 3 separate occasions, and we've had no response from any of them.
Janet and Emma represent hundreds of parents still waiting for compensation who worry that they can't plan for their children's future care. Today, they delivered a letter to Downing Street calling for the Prime Minister to meet with them.
Bring it back to the children that are being affected today. They are not just policy. They're not just data, they are real-life children who need the government's support now.
The government told us its sympathies are with those affected and it's fully focused on supporting patients and preventing future harm. They added that this is a complex area of work and a health minister will update the Patient Safety Commissioner at the earliest opportunity. Meanwhile, Janet and Emma say they'll keep on fighting and that Westminster hasn't seen the back of them yet. Lise McNally, ITV News.